Let's get ready for Monday Mortgage Minute with your hosts, Tom McNamara and Bruce.
All right.
Bruce.
I'll tell you what, we got Christmas on Wednesday.
It is almost here, my friend. It is almost here.
And then right after that, we got a weekend, and then we got 2 days, and then we got New Year's, and then it starts all over.
Yeah, for sure. I do not see anybody doing anything real in the next 7 to 10 days, other than if you've already got something under contract. But what I am seeing a lot of people do, Bruce, is talk about what they're going to do next year. There seems to be a lot of excitement about what next year is going to bring, right? I know we've talked about that a couple times. We talk about rates all the time, and I keep seeing the Fed dropping their Fed rate and interest rate or mortgage rates going up, right? So, and I know we talk about this all the time, how they're disconnected, but eventually they catch up and get closer to in sync.
Eventually they do. I mean, you keep lowering the Fed rate low enough and something's bound to happen. The thing of it is that I don't think they need to drop the Fed rate anymore. I think bonds just need to catch up with it.
I actually
leave
agree.
It alone. Let it sit for a while, and rates will come down organically. Right now, you got a double-edged sword, though, because you got to remember when the economy gets going better, usually interest rates go up. They don't go down.
Correct.
So I think that we're seeing a lot of enthusiasm in the market. I think we are feeling that people are feeling more confident that there's some positive change around the corner. That alone will start to stimulate things, and that alone can get interest rates down. However, if things get going too much, it has a negative effect, and that can cause interest rates to go up.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. It's a really strange phenomenon that we have going on here. So
it really is. But listen, you know what? I was reading that nationally home prices are up 6%. That's pretty substantial.
It is.
That's a big increase. Now, here's the thing for buyers. If you're a buyer out there, the opportunity, you're always looking, say, when is a good time? Now's a great time. Why? We have an abundance of inventory. Sellers are more motivated. You can work a better deal. So buy now. But people still sit on the sidelines and they're like, well, interest rates are too high. Are you going to like them better when they're 8? Do you like them better at 8 than 7s or 6s? Because right now you can still get in the 6s just barely. I mean, with these rates going up, you're barely into the 6s right now. And a lot of folks are in the 7s on conventional loans. And some of them aren't even in the low 7s, Tom. I'm starting to see mid to high 7s. Particularly if you're trying to keep your points down. So we've lost a lot of ground since the first Fed cut before September 18th. We've lost a lot of ground, but I'm still seeing people in the market. I got some new contracts over the weekend. So there are people out there making offers right now that see that there are some deals.
Well, yeah, and absolutely. And I'm going to let you know that, one of the things that you said two things that I want to make sure everybody understands. You said nationally home prices are up 6%. To me, that's a meaningless statistic because we don't buy nationally. We buy locally. There are markets that are up 10, 15%. There are markets that are down 10, 15%. Most of them aren't, right? What we need to do is look locally. And even when I talk about like Orlando or Central Florida, and I can tell you that they're around 4 to 4.25%, 4.5% up, right? That's great, but that doesn't mean every area is experiencing that. One area of Central Florida may be, and another area may be slightly depressed.
Well, we know that condos are down right now.
Condos are down big time. They're down 10 to 12%.
Absolutely. And I think that they're going to even go down more until these insurance companies can get their act together, or there's enough reserves in their kitties to get their certification to be back on a Fannie Mae list. I just don't see that happening anytime now. That could be a buying opportunity for some condos coming up, though.
It could be. If
you better hope that they end up getting Fannie Mae approved.
Well, you and I know how to fix that. So, that's
we do.
Right. So, so the point being, I have some cool tools that I can use that'll actually tell you down to the neighborhood level, not even city, not even zip code, down to the neighborhood level, whether that area is experiencing a buyer's market, a seller's market, or a balanced market with a
Absolutely.
nice graph, right? Going all the way back and forth. And so if anybody's interested in buying a home and they're like, well, I want to look here, here, and here, don't just look at what's available and what prices are. See what your negotiating strengths are, right? If it's a massive seller's market, you have very little negotiating strength. If it's a massive buyer's market, you can
You got
beat
a
the
lot
heck
of
out of those
negotiating
sellers, right?
strength.
Yeah. So and I have the tools to help you do that. So that's kind of a cool little thing.
Well, and I think people need to take advantage of that and understand that there are tools that can help you make that decision, because oftentimes people just go in and they go, what's the guy want for the house? 525. Well, I'll offer him 480. Well, where'd you come up with that number?
Yeah. Well, we know where it came from.
What if it's worth 550? Right? Are you
Right.
going to offer them 480? You're going to try that and then
Mhm.
lose completely. So you got to be careful as to what you're doing, and you need accurate information. And that's those the numbers that you can pull for them. So use that and take advantage of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't
Absolutely.
see interest rates coming down really anytime soon. I think a lot of the folks that were thinking about refinancing, if you're trying to just lower your payments, lower your interest rate, or eliminate private mortgage insurance, you're going to have to hold off. But here's what I've done. I created a watch list for my clients. And so if you listen to this and you call me, we'll go over what your rate is, how much it needs to drop down, what your purpose is. I'll put you on that watch list. You send me your documents. That way we're ready to lock in quickly if we see a dip in the market. Now,
Yeah.
for those of you that got a little bit over your head and spent too much money, you're loaded in consumer debt, and we need to look at consolidation. Now is a good time to consolidate. I got a couple of people right now I'm doing cash out refis for, because they got to pay off an ex-wife. Okay. So house, instead of selling the house, wife wanted half the equity. It's hers. So you got to refi it and call it a day and be done with it.
Wow. Yeah, well, I mean, that's a solution for sure, right?
Absolutely. Hey, listen, if there's anybody out there that is interested in learning how the professionals buy properties, like Tom and I are professional real estate investors. So we don't dabble in it, we do it. And I think a lot of people get their information from dabblers, or they hear the best story and that's what they go with. It's like when I'm talking to a loan officer, I'm like, well, how much did you make last year? And they give me, or how much do you make? And they give me their best year ever.
Right.
Okay. Is that really what you made? Or is that this your best year ever? Right. So
Yeah.
same when it comes to purchasing a home. I'm going to tell you something. It is a good opportunity. You can negotiate right now. So jump in the market. Don't sit on the sidelines. Make 2025 the year you become a homeowner. There's a lot of opportunity out there. You can always refinance later. I don't charge lender fees to my clients. So get in the market. Stop screwing around. Just like Warren Buffett says, be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy. Right now, you got to be greedy because
Yeah.
the market is fearful. So that's your opportunity. It's a strike zone. Listen to the experts. That's what he's telling you.
100%, man. 100%. Bruce, we are going to run up against our time limit for today. I want to wish you and all of our listeners and watchers a Merry
Very
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yep.
And
And we will be back. So we'll have one more New Year's show that will be, it'll be the 2 days before New Year's, I
yeah,
believe
be
it
on the
will.
30th. Yeah, yeah,
Yep. So
absolutely.
we will be doing that one. So you guys have a great Christmas. Merry Christmas to you and your family. I'm blessed to have you as a business partner.
Same here. Merry Christmas to you and yours.
Yeah.